So, of course, Terry already looked like she has an attitude or whatever. And then I had my phone unlimited or whatever. So I remember seeing like I could still make local calls or make calls to the United States, even in Mexico. So I ended up trying to call, the kids, making sure everybody was good or whatever, but I can't make no phone calls. I'm like, damn, I can't make no phone calls. I thought I had, service in Mexico. And Terry ends up chiming in. She was like, did you add that to your plan? I said, it was on my plan, but I can't. And then she had said something. I was like, well, damn, I didn't know, like, I guess I had to actually, like, call or do something like, I forgot what I had to actually do. So she was like, you didn't check that before you came over here? So I just cut her a look and I ignored her. But I wanted to let her know that I heard what she said. But I didn't even answer her. I just went to the ATM, got my money, and then went to the thing to change my money into pesos. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, Nixon is very money hungry and he controls all the money. He did not provide no money for Jolene to come to Mexico. He was like, her budget was literally like, I think $500, and she basically went over it. So Jolene came to the trip with basically nothing. Like, I ended up having to put her half for the Airbnb. I had to pay for her ticket. Literally, I was paying for her. I was paying for everything for me and her while we was in Mexico. Like, literally. Like, I had to give her my other card, so because I know how Terry is, and I knew Terry was going to be talking about her. So I gave her my other card so for her to use, so that way it wouldn't look like I kept paying for her the whole trip. So I had to transfer money from my savings onto that card so that way she can just keep swiping or whatever, as though it was her card. But she didn't have no money coming over there because Nixon kept complaining like, oh, they have bills and stuff like that, which I'm gonna get into even more detail because he ended up wanting to start trading. I feel like people, and I know I'm getting off a topic right now, but it be people that don't have the money that want to do all these ventures. And mind you, and I'm not saying like nothing's not possible. But one, you're a crooked person. Two, you're a narcissist and you're not a good person. God is gonna have you if you generally have a good heart, if you have that empathy, if you have that generosity within your soul. Nixon didn't have that. So you trying to go into trading with no money and you could barely pay your bills right now. I think you should put your priorities into getting all your bills caught up first, then getting into that slowly but surely. But he would literally take chunks of their money and try to put it in the stock and then lose majority of it, knowing they haven't paid rent, knowing they haven't paid light yet, knowing they got a car payment. Like that man really didn't make no sense to me. And then you want to try to put other people down because you want to show off to people who really don't give a fuck about what the fuck you got going on because nobody really likes you like that. So throughout the majority of the trip, like, and then we get there early, and so we have to wait at least like, I think it was like 30 minutes, 45 minutes before we could check into the room, but we had to pay extra. So of course I had to pay that or whatever. So we get into the room and there's only 2 rooms. Both of the rooms have 4 beds. So I wait to see what room Jolene's gonna pick because I'm not fucking with Terry right now, but I'm not gonna make it about Terry this whole trip. it's about really me. Now it's gonna be about me and Jolene enjoying our birthday month with each other in Mexico, because at this time you didn't really want to go, you don't want to really experience it. Fuck you and fuck with the fuck you got going on, because at this point I don't care anymore. So the first room that Jolene was gonna pick, Terry already started putting her stuff in there. So Jolene was like, well, I'll just go into the other room. So I took my stuff and I went to the other room with Jolene. This is how I know, because like I said, I always pray about stuff to ask God, like, am I overthinking it? Because I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe she just had a bad week. Maybe she was, you know what I'm saying? But I usually ask God too, like, please show me signs if I'm wrong. Please show me, no. Please show me signs if I'm right about how I'm feeling about certain people. And he always comes through. Because the room that she had ended up, her bathroom, as we're getting ready or whatever for our first adventure, her bathroom, her toilet starts overflowing, and then the AC unit starts leaking on the side of one of the beds that she was gonna sleep in, but it started leaking. That's when I knew she did a lot of that stuff on purpose. That's all the sign that I needed.